Nithyanandam. With all auspicious blessings and grace of my Guru, His Holiness Sri Paramahamsa Nithyananda Swamiji, I welcome you all once again. I've been having great questions from a few viewers. Overall, this journey, which has started on the YouTube just a few days ago, has been quite fun for me. I don't mean to say in a frivolous manner fun, but more life positive. It's been more interactive for me and I feel more dynamic when I go to the channel, see the viewers, see the subscribers, see their comments, see the feedback, and the fact that many of us are interested to know more and more how to be empowered. I would rather use the word empowered here rather than saying spiritual evolution, because the teachings that Swamiji teaches us to apply in our lives every day is all about empowerment, not about spiritual evolution. In this context, I would like to address one of the questions that one of the viewers have written in. I would like to read out the question so all of us are in this same page. Jod Frog, 2 days ago he wrote, "Thank you so much for your video. I have a question. In a previous video, you said we are responsible for how others perceive or like, don't like us, and in this video, you are talking about incompletion or a pattern or being afraid of what others think of us. How do you feel responsible for others' perceptions while not falling into powerlessness or SDHD about it?" Just for people who are not aware of the full form of the abbreviation of SDHD, it is self-doubt and self-hatred, which most of us accumulate knowingly, unknowingly through our career growth, our childhood, just by seeing people around us. The way we accumulate is quite surprising, because I never thought I had a self-doubt or even a self-hatred. I may have had doubts about whether my decisions are right or wrong, or whether I'm having the right clothes, or whether I've taken the right decision professionally or personally. But I never associated that as a self-doubt. For many times I thought, it's a doubt, it's perfectly all right. Why should I not have a doubt? Only then I can analyze. But then Swamiji's teachings have taught me that even having that doubt is powerlessness, which makes us doubt our own decisions. The moment we doubt our own decisions, you get into powerless positions and then the conflict starts. This is where our identity of what we believe we are starts dissipating into many directions. For example, even something as simple as clothes. I may decide to wear a white clothes that day, a white dress. Suddenly I see a purple color and I say, oh, maybe is that better? Why do I have that conflict? Why should my mind have so much of conflict? I choose white because I love white and I think I radiate beautiful in white. That's it. Even if I see purple, I should only be thinking, oh, I radiate beautiful in purple also, but right now I love white and I'm going to go with it. That is a powerful decision. But the moment you have a conflict between the two, that shows you are not sure of the decision you have taken about choosing white. Because I've seen this over the years, even myself, I at least change my clothes 10 times if I have to go out, especially where I am socially most under scrutiny. Then, oh, am I wearing the right footwear? Am I wearing the right earrings? Am I wearing the right jewels? And then finally I was like, oh, just let me throw everything, wear a simple sari, I'm safe. So that 1 hour of nonsense conflict, I realize, is such a nonsensical way of living. Sorry, I just want to clarify the self-doubt and self-hatred, so all the viewers, especially the new viewers, understand what it is I'm talking about or what it is the viewer has written about. Mr. Frog, thank you for writing in. And whatever question you have asked, I used to have the same doubt when I started listening to Swamiji's teachings and tried to initially apply it in my life. For example, if I've had an experience where my friend sort of backstabbed me, a very close family friend of mine, and I was quite surprised the way it happened because I did not expect that from her. Let me rephrase it, my Purvashram family friend. When I heard about it, I was very, very hurt. I was extremely hurt because as friends, we have been through a lot together in life. be it as a family, be it personally, we have always, I thought we were very close and I never expected her to backstab me. So I was extremely hurt and I sort of distanced myself from even making close friends. After that one incident, I realized I started distancing myself, keeping people at a certain limitation. Think, oh, why for us? Who knows how they will turn up after a few years? Today they are all very nice. Tomorrow, because of some of their own imagination, it is not what I did, but over her own imagination, over her incompletion with life, she had done something. Then when I understood what Swamiji was saying, that I am responsible for whatever is happening around me and how people perceive me, I looked back at that incident and I saw how am I responsible for that, because nowhere I have done something or said something that would have hurt her, that would have made her feel that I was using her. I analyzed the whole situation and my friendship with her over the years. In fact, there have been times when I have helped her in many financial crises, in many personal crises, at least I assume that. Then when Swamiji told about this, that we are responsible for everything that's happening around us, this particular situation I took in and analyzed it. How am I responsible? And Swamiji beautifully says, he says, we may not be the cause of the incompletion, but we are responsible for the incompletion and to make the relationship complete. I don't know how many of you all are aware, but in 2010, Swamiji went through religious persecution. And from that time, never I have heard Swamiji blame the other person. They may have caused what they have caused, but he takes a responsibility of clearing all the doubts, the self-hatred, the negativity that came out of the situation. He never said, I am not responsible for that, you people do what you want to do. He never told any of his devotees, if you choose to believe those people who have maligned me, it is your decision, don't come to me. He never said that. I have seen him patiently answer each and every person. Even people who have known him for very many years would come back to him and ask him, see, this is what the media is telling about you. What do we do now? He never said, oh, you've known me for so many years. Is this what you want to ask me? No. He will sit with them and say, I understand what you're asking, but you see the reality. This is what they're saying. You have known me so many years. How have I reacted in these situations which you have personally seen versus what you have heard from the media? When I have seen him do that, I realize that the person loses that illusionary negative ideas that he has had or he accumulates from the society. And he gets more grounded with the teachings and with Swamiji, and the connection becomes stronger with Swamiji. See, here Swamiji never judges whether the person is doing right or wrong. In fact, as a guru, if I was in his position, and for the extraordinary compassion, the extraordinary Shaktis he has, if anybody question me, I will say, get lost, I don't need to live with you. I don't need you guys. I can create everything on my own. The extraordinary intelligence, the extraordinary powers that Swamiji radiates, he doesn't need anybody around him. But he never ever says that to a person on his face. No matter how immature, how selfish the person is, he only makes him sit and he makes him understand. No, this is what you are thinking. Is that reality? It is not reality. When he is doing this, he is being authentic to his purpose of life, I realized. He doesn't need to do it. Tell me, why will Swamiji have to sit and explain to every Tom and Dick and Harry why what he is doing, how he is doing is necessity? He doesn't need to. And even if he says, I am not going to explain to anybody, I don't need anybody, nobody is going to bother him. But he takes responsibility to clear the negativity in the other person, even though it is created by other factors in life, and he is being true to his authentic mission, avataric mission for which he is here for. All of us who know Swamiji know that he is here to give Jivan Mukti to every human being on this planet. So from that space, he has taken responsibility to clear every doubt, every negative ideas, any hatred that has been thrown at his face. When I saw that, I went back to my friend's situation where she backstabbed me, and I went through this extreme hurt and I felt very upset. And I analyzed the situation. Two things was, I realized I was hurt because frankly, I felt I have done so much for her. What reason she has to do this to me? Instead, if I had taken it as, okay, she feels like that about me, let me see how I can address her, let me see what else I can do to make her feel more comfortable with me, let me see how I can make the relationship more complete. Then, instead of going into hurt and powerlessness, I would have come from a very powerful understanding about myself. It is all about not the other person, it is about myself. Have I done something that I have hurt her? In what way has it hurt her? Let me analyze my actions, and if my action has hurt her, then it's my responsibility. Whether it is meaningly or unknowingly, or whether it's her perception that I have hurt her, I just need to take the responsibility and tell, listen, sorry about this, but that was not the intention, that was not the way I meant to do it. I understand what you're feeling, I'm sorry. Can we start fresh? I realize life is so simple. When I realized life is so simple, everything around me became simple. Even if people didn't like me, people didn't like the way I worked, didn't like the way, I would only look at it from the perception of what I can do to make that person feel more complete. So if you look at every situation, everything like that, for you, you understand, it is not about only taking responsibility for people and their perceptions, but understand that you have the power to change their perception and the life around you. That is why I always feel Swamiji's teachings are all about empowerment, not just about spiritual evolution or self-help. You go back to some book or go to some meditation. No, this is about applying his teachings so beautifully in your life, and when you start seeing the results, you will have more and more confidence in who you actually are. Your higher self is the most important thing you need to be authentic to, not to anybody else. Once you realize your higher self is what you need to be authentic to, you will not have self-doubt nor self-hatred in any action you do, and that gives you the empowerment and authenticity. Why I am so confidently saying it is about empowerment and not spiritual evolution or self-help is because in 2010 I myself was personally attacked quite viciously by the media, and in Indian society where women who are sort of viciously and very negatively attacked by the media, it's like the whole society jumps on them. And then from all aspects, be it your Purvashram relatives or family or friends, everybody just disappears from your life, and you feel sort of quite this whole self-doubt, self-hatred, you start questioning your existence and whether you really need to exist in this planet despite all what's happening around you. When I was going through that phase, initially it was very difficult for me to apply Swamiji's teachings in my life. But I was very consistent because I know what Swamiji teaches is very applicable and very user friendly. So I kept on applying in my life till I got the breakthrough that I am responsible for everything around me, and that is when I had the courage to even come and start this YouTube channel. Because for 3-4 years, the hurt that it caused me just made me withdraw into a shell of not wanting to see people for the fear that, oh, they might question me and then we'll have to restart the whole story. Why do we need to go through this? It's okay, just leave it. Then I saw how Swamiji just stood up and he answered everybody, and he took his time. Over the years, he consistently answered, clarified, helped everybody understand what he is, and it just amazes me the strength he has. And I realize it's not about the mental strength, but the unshakable belief in who he is and what he is. And I realized my reaction by withdrawing myself into a shell has made me doubt about my own self. It is not about what others perceive. I have started fearing that, oh, whether I will be able to convince people or not. It is not about you being convinced or not convinced. It is my own fear, because somewhere my own identity, my own higher self, who I believed I was completely shaken and shattered. In fact, initially I even used to have difficulty in conversing with people. From that, coming onto this channel and being able to share with you all Swamiji's teachings has been really liberating for me. Actually, I even thought I'll start sweating and and go into some kind of hyperventilation, which thanks to Swamiji and his blessings and his teachings, it hasn't happened. From that experience and the confidence that the experience gives me, by applying Swamiji's teachings, anything can be broken, anything can be healed. It is from that space when I started working, the last 1 or 2 years has been a major breakthrough for me internally also. That is where my empowerment comes. That is why I keep on saying it's empowerment. It's not self-healing or spiritual evolution, nothing. After all this, if I am able to apply Swamiji's teachings in my life and able to believe that I have a higher self which I need to hold on to constantly and empower that higher self versus the negative social media that has been vilifying me, that has given me the power or the powerfulness and the faith to come in here and speak to all of you all. And when I did that, initially I would not even go through the YouTube channel because I was a little afraid of the comments that would come in or flood in. But then as I started seeing, I really saw people have been really kind and not as I perceived it to be. And hardly about maybe just 1 or 2 come up with their own stupid confused remarks. Other than that, I have not seen viciousness the way I expected it to be. So when I saw that as a reality, I realized that Swamiji's teachings has not only worked with my completion space, that space of completion has started reflecting in the world around me. If you have any further questions regarding the self-doubt, self-hatred and being authentic to your higher self which you believe, which you need to hold on to, please give in your feedback into this link below. I hope to see you again soon. Nithyanandam.